My screen share किया and at the same time just recording for your reference if required, if you want to review. Okay.
Yeah, sure, sure.
And coming back to the uh, ये आवाज कहाँ से आ रहा है आवाज पीछे का?
Now, okay.
Yeah, now it is very clear. आवाज कुछ नहीं आ रहा अभी. Fine. But you are able to hear my voice, right?
Yes, yes.
अभी देखो ये शीट के बारे में बाद में बताता हूँ. Okay. So first okay, let us understand the introduction since so अभी मुझे बोलो, since you already gone through the video, so what you understood from the SAP application?
So for SAP, SAP is like a ERP application. Uh, yeah, where we can.
हेडसेट लगा लो नहीं तो if possible.
अब सही हो. Hello.
ओके या बोलो.
Oh, my voice is clear.
ये थोड़ा सा ब्रेक हो रहा है आपका आवाज. बेटर यू कैन कनेक्ट टू हेडसेट और समथिंग एल्स.
Now.
या इट इज क्लियर नो.
Yeah, clear now? Yeah. So SAP is like SAP is a ERP application where all the data are we can say all the data we connect and
ओके मैं बताता हूँ सुनो. एक नॉर्मल एक कंपनी में टेक एनी कंपनी वेदर इट इज अ मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कंपनी और फार्मास्यूटिकल कंपनी और any company, financial sector, financial services sector, any service sector, whatever it may be, any organization, कौन सा डिपार्टमेंट्स रहता है यूजुअली?
HR, financial
वेरी गुड.
distribution,
हाँ, इन लोग
inventory.
यूजुअली क्या करते हैं इन लोग उनका रिलेवेंट डेटा प्रोसेस करते हैं.
Yes,
दैट इज नथिंग बट हियर एसएपी इज अ सॉफ्टवेयर विच प्रोसेस योर डेटा.
yes,
अभी डेटा कौन सा डेटा प्रोसेस होता है जैसा अभी बोली आपने, राइट? एचआर, फाइनेंस और अकाउंटिंग, कंट्रोलिंग, सेल्स, प्रोडक्शन डिपार्टमेंट, बहुत कुछ कंपनी में कौन सा हर एक डिपार्टमेंट का डेटा प्रोसेस होता रहता है. So this is
yes,
what, so SAP is one of the largest software in the market in the entire world. Okay. Similarly, अब इसको so we call it as SAP is a ERP application. So ERP application. So if I separate each word, each letter, so enterprise is in a company, and of course from the accounting perspective we call it as firm, organization, etc. Resources, हर एक कंपनी में कुछ तो कुछ रिसोर्सेज रहता है, जैसा एम्प्लॉयज रहता है, मटेरियल रहता है, राइट? और मनी रहता है, मैन पावर रहता है. सो यू विल सी ऑल द रिसोर्सेज इन ए कंपनी. इफ यू यूटिलाइज दोस रिसोर्सेस, definitely you will reach your company's goals, right? So
yes,
ये इसका फ्यूचर्स यू विल गेट इट इन द ईआरपी एप्लीकेशन. जैसा इंटीग्रेटेड होता है, आई विल टेल यू व्हाट इज एन इंटीग्रेशन हियर. बट मार्केट में बहुत सारा ईआरपी एप्लीकेशंस आर देयर. ओके. जैसा जेडी एडवर्ड्स. ओके. जैसा जेडी एडवर्ड्स है, ओरेकल है, और माइक्रोसॉफ्ट डायनामिक्स है. बट very few are like used, okay, because most of the companies are using SAP only. As I mentioned earlier, like it is almost like 85+% market capture in the world. SAP रूल कर रहा
okay.
है. ओके. जैसे आपको पता होगा टैली, राइट्स? टैली.
Yes, Tally. It
हाँ.
was a very popular.
नाउ इवन टैली इज ए ईआरपी एप्लीकेशन कॉल्ड. ओके. नाउ सी हर एक एप्लीकेशन में कुछ कुछ एडवांटेजेस रहता है, कुछ कुछ डिसएडवांटेजेस रहता है. But coming back to SAP, it has many advantages. Very big tool. We'll come to know what are the advantages. जैसा अभी अभी बोलिए, राइट? वी हैव डिफरेंट डिफरेंट एरियाज लाइक जैसा अकाउंटिंग, डिफरेंट डिपार्टमेंट समझ लो. अकाउंटिंग है, सेल्स है, परचेस है, इन्वेंट्री है, एचआर है. So these are the different. In SAP also we have different modules in SAP which control, I mean which processor relevant data. That's what I mentioned here. Okay, so both कुछ models है, not only one or two models. You have we call so SAP specific terminology wise, FICO, financial accounting and controlling. Controlling is management accounting, which comes like which is relevant closely to the which is very closely related to the cost accounting. Okay, financial accounting is nothing but your external accounting where you generate your balance sheet and profit loss statements. Okay, every company has to register under Companies Act 1956, right? They have to follow some processes, procedures. So financial accounting, as I mentioned, will be preparing your balance sheet, profit loss and so on. आपका आवाज ये आ रहा है जा रहा है, I mean break हो रहा है, I mean maybe I don't know why it is.
No, I am not saying anything right
Okay,
now.
okay, then fine, let it be. So evolution का so evolution means history of your SAP. So SAP कब start हुआ? This is started in 1972 by Germany. So actually IBM में 5 लोग काम करते थे, वहां से job resignation देके they have started doing research on the application.
Okay.
Okay, so initially it
But,
was
so here it is written financial data, sales, HR, inventory, and logistics.
हाँ हाँ.
So we can use the SAP in all this sector, right? We can handle
So
the HR data also,
exactly.
inventory
So
data also.
it is not. That's why I'm saying it is not only for one specific industry. This SAP application can be implemented for manufacturing industry, service sector, real estate, pharmaceutical industry, retail industry. It can be implemented for any company because SAP has already provided best practices for each industry.
Sure, sure.
Okay, so SAP is already given. So since SAP is working in the market for the last many years, so they have already did a lot of research on each area for each industry. Okay, so it started something around 1972. So it took some time to get the first version, which is called R1 version 1979, R2 1994. The major change is ECC, Enterprise Central Component, came in the 2005. So under ECC you have many versions. ECC में तो जैसा 4.6 था initially, I have not mentioned here, 4.6 था और 4.7 था और then it came to 5 version था, बाद में 6 version में आ गया. Okay, so I mentioned 6 version, I think. हाँ, ये 6 version और 6 में क्या हुआ? 4 ECC में 6 में 6.6 में EHP 1 6 EHP one था enhanced package, so little what do you say version kind. Okay,
Okay.
enhanced package था, this is EHP 1 था और जैसा 2 2 था next
6 EHP2.
हाँ 6 ECCs. Okay, we'll call it as like this: ECC, ECC, EHP, ECC 6 version, EHP 2 enhancement package. Okay, और ये I mean it has went till what do you say uh, so this has reached out to 7th till 7th. Okay,
Okay.
7th आ गया और ECC 7th के बाद ना now they have shifted to 2015 में start किया है SAP S4 HANA system. और इनिशियली S4 HANA फाइनेंशियल रिलेवेंट में दूसरा थोड़ा वर्जन था, सिंपल फाइनेंस 2.0 समथिंग. ओके, और बाद में एवरी ईयर SAP has released, you can see first two digit is relates to I mean your calendar year and last two digit denotes your month.
Month.
So
Yes.
16 17 18 19. So यहाँ SAP वाले ने एक नोट रिलीज किया है कि we are not going to release every year one version. I mean, basically, yes. So, I mean, we are not going to mention version name as year and date, but we will mention as year version. So, 20, 21, 22. यहाँ तक तो year and month था. यहाँ से
Mm.
yearly हो गया. Again, they have mentioned one more thing. From 2023 onwards, I mean, basically, from 2023 वर्षन से every 2 years को एक वर्षन आ जाता है. ओके,
Okay.
एक वर्षन आ जाता है, जैसे यहाँ मेंशन किया 23, तो नेक्स्ट विल बी 25, नेक्स्ट 27. सो वी आर इन द अवर करंट वर्जन इज 2023 SAP S4 HANA. सो बेसिकली
Yes.
इन लोग क्या किया है, हर एक वर्षन में कुछ कुछ नया नया मॉडल्स लेके आया. ओके, नया
Okay.
टूल्स लेके आया, नया मैकेनिज्म्स लेके आया, नया प्रोसेसेस लेके आया. सो क्योंकि एज यू मेंशन राइट, यू हैव मेनी इंडस्ट्रीज ऑन द मार्केट, सो दे हैव टू अपडेट फ्रॉम देयर साइड आल्सो.
Yes.
अंडरस्टूड राइट. सो बहुत कुछ प्रोसेसेस कवर करना पड़ेगा ना एप्लीकेशन में, क्योंकि हर एक इंडस्ट्री को सेटिस्फाई तो करना पड़ेगा, बिजनेस रिक्वायरमेंट्स तो मीट करना पड़ेगा. दैट्स द रीजन. और द रीजन व्हाई आई टोल्ड दिस ऑल दिस राइट, because if you want to go for SAP S4 HANA implementation, then your system should be ECC EHP 7 mandatorily. I mean, अगर आप नया मार्केट में अगर I will tell you about the projects also. But if you want to move from ECC to SAP S4 HANA, so in
Yes.
between there is a prerequisite. The
Yes.
prerequisite is under ECC, you should use ECC 6 EHP 7 version. Okay.
Okay.
So
Yes.
and before S4 HANA system, you so all these previous systems can be used on any database. Oracle कुछ भी, I mean database in the sense, you know, right, where the data is stored. And
Yes.
where
Yes.
so it can be used any application like Oracle, SQL database, any database. But S4 HANA systems के बाद SAP वाले ने एक खुद का SAP का ही एक HANA database डेवलप किया, which is SAP HANA database called. So mandatorily, if suppose X company है, X company is using some Tally today. Now
Mm-hmm.
X company wants to shift from Tally to SAP. So completely they are coming to the latest version, right? They'll go for the latest version only in the market. So when they when they go for this implementation S for HANA 22 implementation, they have to use mandatorily HANA database only.
Okay.
Okay. See,
And hmm.
all these questions anyhow, I mean usually in the interviews में ये नहीं पूछेंगे, but it's as a SAP concern you should know at least.
Yes.
You're asking something?
Yeah, actually, here I have question like they have said that in 2025 there will be a new updated
Yes,
version.
yes,
So
yes.
it will come.
सितंबर में
Yeah,
या
it's
अक्टूबर में आता है usually. So we need to wait.
yeah. So suddenly all company will jump to the new version,
नहीं,
or
ऐसा
it
कुछ
will
नहीं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. डिपेंड करता है कि अगर समझ लो मेरा कंपनी 2020 का वर्जन है.
take.
अगर समझ लो अगर कुछ फंक्शनैलिटी है और कुछ फंक्शनैलिटी ये वर्जन में काम नहीं कर रहा है, देन व्हाट यू विल थिंक, यू विल आस्क टू योर टेक्निकल टीम टू अपडेट टू लेटेस्ट वर्जन, राइट?
Yes.
और
Then on.
and updating 2020 to 21 easily SAP में easily नहीं होता है. So it you have to check the impact also. अगर मैं 2020 से 2021 को मैं टेक्निकल टीम अगर मैं बोलता हूँ, तो डेफिनेटली वी नीड टू सी एग्जिस्टिंग प्रोसेसेस को भी कुछ डिस्टर्ब नहीं होना चाहिए. वी
Okay.
नीड
Okay.
टेस्ट एवरीथिंग, राइट?
Hmm.
डेवलपमेंट में टेस्ट क्लाइंट में टेस्ट करते हैं अपन, हर एक प्रोसीजर, हर एक प्रोसेस. You have
Okay.
to make sure that it is not impacting anything your existing business process. Production में users बहुत लाखों users काम करते रहते हैं. अगर समझ लो all of a sudden if anything goes wrong, what you will do? So usually I mean depend करता है कि this is a management decision whether they want to update to the next version or not. और
Okay. That.
this is again this is something costly involved है इसमें. Cost भी involve होता है.
Okay.
Not only cost, it will we need to SAP will release some certain notes. What are the different notes implemented for 2021? What are the new notes? उसमें
Okay.
SAP नोट बोलते हैं. ओके. समझ लो फॉर
Hmm.
एग्जांपल, समझ लो जीएसटी का अपन के पास सम 662% का एक है स्लैब. अगर अगर समझ लो जीएसटी का 30 का एक नया स्लैब गवर्नमेंट ने रिलीज किया है. ओके.
Hmm.
15% हो गया CGST या जीएसटी वाला. Okay. Now SAP will release one more net related to this one. SAP note release होता है.
Hmm.
Okay, वो note को implement करना पड़ेगा. If you are in 2020, this note has been released in 2021, so we need to implement that note in 2021. I mean, basically, you have to update in your 2020 this note. But this might be condition. This will work only in 2021. So prerequisite भी रहेगा.
Okay.
So this is something that management or I mean respective team management will work. They will see what are the different nodes to be implemented. What are the new nodes? Is that mandated to be implemented or not?
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
Your question is it is morely related to the technical part. Okay. The functionally it depend करता है कि एक बार चेक करना पड़ेगा कौन सा नोट implement करना है, कौन सा नहीं करना है. Or completely they are shifting from this version to this version, and what are the prerequisites? It's not easy. This will take months and months. Okay. And this is similar to your अगर आप विंडोज लेते, अगर विंडोज 11 है, अगर आप विंडोज 10 परचेज करती है, तो विंडोज 11 ऑटोमेटिकली अपडेट हो जाता है व्हेन यू आर लाइक राइट, इट योर मोबाइल आल्सो विल गेट अपडेटेड ऑटोमेटिकली to the newer
Eh,
version LS. So SAP में ऐसा नहीं होता. I mean maybe this is something basis team can tell you the answer. This is completely some administration team. There is a team called SAP basis team. Okay, basis team will take care of all implementing all the nodes and everything. Installation, system, system update, upgrades and everything will be taken care by basis team.
Okay,
Okay.
so it is like if SAP goes to 2023 to 2025 version, then it affects both end user and the SAP consultant, right? Both functionality will.
But it starts with the consulting again. We need to make sure that
Okay.
we should make sure that end user is not facing any problems. So
Mm-hmm.
we will what they will do, they implement into development system first. We will test everything, then we'll move to quality. If we will test everything, once we get the sign off from the business, then the changes will be moved to the production system.
Sure.
So we'll make sure that the end users are not impacted by the changes. So see, it's a big application. Okay, it's a big SAP software application. Not only this application, you take any technology, they don't do anything directly in the production itself, right? They'll test it in the development system, then they'll move to the quality, then production. Take example of car manufacturing company, Tata manufacturing. अगर कोई भी कार आता है तो they will test thoroughly. After in the development stage में क्या करते हैं, डेवलप करते हैं कार को, right? कार को डेवलप करने के बाद thoroughly टेस्ट करते हैं. ऐसा बहुत some 200 स्पीड से ना
Yes.
accident करवाते हैं. So they will test thoroughly so that they'll make sure that it is working fine. Then
Yes.
only they'll move to the quality. क्वालिटी में भी तो हर एक बार टेस्ट करते हैं कस्टमर, कुछ कुछ एक्सपेरिमेंट करते हैं कस्टमर्स को देख के ट्राई करने के लिए बोलेंगे, राइट? वंस इफ एवरीथिंग इज फाइन दे विल मूव टू द प्रोडक्शन. आई मीन प्रोडक्शन में कस्टमर्स को सेल्स करते हैं कस्टमर्स को कार्स, राइट? सिमिलरली इन हियर नॉट ओनली एसएपी टेक्नोलॉजी, आई एम टॉकिंग फ्रॉम ऑल द टेक्नोलॉजी perspective. Everything will be done in the development as per the business requirement. You will do it. If at all if you are happy, then we'll move to the quality system. Quality में फिर टेस्ट करती है, इस फिर पूरा पूरा टेस्ट कर लेते हैं अपन. फिर यूजर को बोलते हैं, क्लाइंट को भी बोलते हैं, बिजनेस को भी बोलते हैं कि टेस्ट करने के लिए whether it is meeting your requirement or not. If at all if they are not happy, then we'll test it again, we'll do the changes again. It's a recycling. Configuration changes करो, टेस्ट करो, changes करो, टेस्ट करो, until the client is satisfied with the results, expected results. Then based on their confirmation, we'll move to the production. Not only this one, anything in any technology. We don't do directly in the production system.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And coming back to the architecture, so initially kuch R1 R2 R3 था, which is called two tier architecture, one tier architecture, very older version था, 17 and 8 old time में. So basically आपका जैसा presentation layer, application layer, database layer. Take some example as a mobile, right? Mobile, you are using your user interface, आपका interface है, you can see and you can do something, right, by using mobile. That is called presentation layer. Application layer, so application, see, every application has something called some program code part. Each and every
Yes.
application will work based on the code part. Even Excel sheet also some code part is there, right? So
Yes. Yes.
even every application will work based on some program code. So it's similarly in SAP also we have called advanced business application programming. So each and every transaction, each and every business process in SAP will be backend. Some program is developed for that particular application, for that to process the data. Okay, this is again this is something technical team. So we have two teams, functional teams, technical teams. We are the functional consultants. Okay, technical team, as जैसा मैंने अभी बोला था, right? Base system, they will take care of system administration.
Developing and all.
No, developing this, and I mean programming development will be done by ABAP team. ABAPers, they are called as ABAPers. Okay,
Okay.
and this is called something generation language, some programming generation language. So initially they had tried, they had to write, I mean there was only one system where they were all the processes were into all the three layers. There's a presentation, application, database layer were into one system. Later it has been developed, a little developed, and made it into one layer into application and presentation, and one layer for separately for a database layer. Other one, all the three layers for the three individual systems. So slowly they have developed a different architecture. And so when I say database, as I mentioned before, ECC and ECC, we were using any, they can use any system, any database. But after 2015, I mean 2015 and 2015 afterwards, SAP S4
Yes.
HANA works only on the HANA database. Okay. So आपको पता है जैसा मोबाइल में आपको रहता है ना मेमोरी कार्ड एंड आल्सो इंटरनल मेमोरी, दैट इज कॉल्ड डेटा, वेयर द डेटा इज स्टोर्ड, दैट इज कॉल्ड डेटाबेस लेयर. Okay. And coming any questions on the architecture part?
HANA database is
uh,
also like a Oracle and SQL. So
yes, yes.
it is advanced version of database, right? HANA.
या ये तो नया लेके आया, लेकिन बोथ एसएपी वाले आई मीन दे हैव डेवलप्ड देयर ओन प्रोडक्ट, राइट? सो दैट
Okay.
आई मीन एसएपी हैज फॉर, पहले क्या होता था, एसएपी को एसएपी हैज टू परचेस सम अदर डेटाबेस, राइट, फॉर स्टोरिंग द डेटा, बट नाउ दे हैव डेवलप्ड देयर ओन प्रोडक्ट, एसएपी
Okay.
हाना डेटाबेस। सो वैसे भी उनका प्रोडक्ट सेल्स हो रहा है। सो एसएपी एस फोर हाना, सो इट इज कॉल्ड, so SAP, वही मेरा जंप हो रहा है यहाँ सिस्टम। ओके, द एब्रीवेशन HANA इज हाई परफॉर्मेंस, क्यों ऐसा हो रहा है? हाँ, एब्रीवेशन, कहाँ जा रहा है ये?
You are doing from your mouse roller.
हाँ, इट्स मेरा
No,
वायरलेस।
happens. You can use the scroll down the right hand side key button.
मेरे पास ये पूरा वायरलेस का है। Okay, so I'm just keeping cursor over there by using keyboard. Okay, so this is here high performance analytic appliance. So S4 HANA HANA is high performance analytic appliance. So appliance is nothing but it's an application. Analytical where you can generate the reports. Analytical is nothing but where you can generate the reports. High performance, yes, it's very fast, very secured, very fast. So you will get in some in minutes or in seconds also. You will get all the reports, purchase reports, sales reports, HR reports, and so on. And we call it as SAP Business Suite for S4 HANA. SAP Business Suite for S4 HANA. Okay, how we call? So we should call SAP S4 HANA as SAP Business Suite for S4 HANA. So there are two things here. SAP Business Suite. SAP Business Suite is SAP S4 HANA is Business Suite, whereas SAP HANA is database. That's a different. Okay, SAP S4 HANA is Business Suite. SAP HANA is database. So
Database.
as I mentioned earlier, S4 HANA mandatory should use a SAP HANA database only.
Okay.
Okay. Coming back to this is very important. You should understand this one. So when you start working in a real time, right, as SAP consultant, you will see different kind of projects. You will be involved in any one of the project as mentioned below. So now just imagine. So this is one company which is in America, USA. Verizon company is a telecommunication sector, belongs to telecommunication sector. Like in India, we have Airtel, BSNL, and so on, right?
Yes.
So now just assume that the presently the Verizon company is using Oracle application. Now they want to shift to SAP S4HANA. This is completely new implementation, completely coming from the different application to the different application. That is called new implementation. Also called green implementation. In bracket end to end implementation.
Okay.
Okay. Now, so just imagine Verizon is already using SAP ECC 6 EHP7, the last version. Okay. So EHP7 say if they want to shift to S4 HANA system, this is called migration project. This is called migration project. So you are in the same system, you are just shifting to another version.
Then.
Okay. But especially SAP ECC 6 to EHP7. Okay. This is called migration project. And this is also called brown field implementation. Okay, green का brown का difference है. Green is completely new, end to end, complete from the scratch stage. This is already in SAP, just moving from one system to another system, basically version to version from ECC to SAP S4HANA system. Now, every technology, not only SAP, even आप जो भी यूज करती है जैसा washing machine, TV, if you are seeing any problem, what you will call customer care and take the support. Similarly, जब end users काम कर रहे हैं तो definitely they need some assistance, right? Guidance, assistance. They will face a number of errors, right? Issues, problems. So there should be some support team. Support and maintenance team will be there for every company, for every process. Rollout. So during green implementation, during end-to-end implementation, just think Verizon is like doing business across the world. Okay, some different they are doing business in different countries, as I mentioned here, in US, in India, in Singapore, in China. Okay, so during implementation phase, they have implemented, they have considered all these countries there in, during their implementation, but except China, they have not considered at the time of implementation. So later, after 1 year, after 2 year, after 3 years, they planned to go for extension for Chinese also. I mean for China company also. So they'll just extend this company code.
Okay.
Okay, this legal entity, this country. Okay, so that is called rollout extension.
Okay. Expand business or something, it will come under.
हाँ हाँ सो आपने इनिशियल इम्प्लीमेंटेशन करते वक्त चाइनीज को इंक्लूड नहीं किया आपका इम्प्लीमेंटेशन प्रोसेस में बट लेटर वी सेपरेटली वी इम्प्लीमेंटेड दिस कंपनी बट इट इज नॉट कॉल्ड इम्प्लीमेंटेशन वी इट इज कॉल्ड एक्सटेंशन रोल आउट बोलते हैं उसको वी डोंट से एक्सटेंशन वी विल से इट एज रोल आउट प्रोजेक्ट
Yeah.
okay for understanding I mentioned as extension but terminology wise SAP terminology we'll call it as rollout
Okay.
okay so so sometimes you will have जैसे आपने पूछी थी right 2022 2023 so you will have sometimes एक महीने का 2 महीने का project भी हो सकता है जैसा version to version okay so and change request is something that if the requirement is something little bigger see कुछ जैसा priority tickets रहता है P4 P3 P2 P1 आपको 2 घंटे में काम क्लोज करना है इशू क्लोज करना है 6 घंटे में क्लोज करना है एक दिन में क्लोज करना है 2 दिन में क्लोज करना है इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन द प्रायोरिटी ऑफ द टिकट्स ओके वो डिपेंड करता है कि सर्विस लेवल एग्रीमेंट्स बिटवीन सपोर्ट टीम एंड द इम्प्लीमेंट कंसल्टिंग कंपनी ओके सो विद द क्लाइंट सो क्या होता है सो देर आर सर्टेन रिक्वेस्ट इमीडिएटली चेंज नहीं हो सकता है सो अब अपन को कॉन्फ़िगरेशन चेंज करना पड़ता है टेस्ट इट thoroughly देन विल मूव टू द क्वालिटी सिस्टम विल आस्क यूजर टू टेस्ट इट thoroughly अगर कुछ चेंजेस हो रहा है फिर अगेन विल कम बैक टू डेवलपमेंट विल टेस्ट इट thoroughly so this will take lot of time it will take at least 10 days 15 days 20 days also so for that so here so उसको change request बोलते हैं okay this is something it will take time to develop some changes to do some changes in the system okay so this also it's comes under support and maintenance project में आता है so we'll have हो सकता है separate team में हो सकता है और production support team also will take care so
Okay.
in any questions understood right what are the different kind of projects that you will see in SAP system
Yes, yes.
okay so all these are like see as a SAP concern you should know all these otherwise it will be very difficult to understand the what you said the terminologies of SAP so that's the reason I'm just going through all the uh, different what do you say processes or methods
Yes.
एसएपी का कैसा रहता है कैसा चलता है कैसा काम होता है एसएपी में ऐसा इसलिए जस्ट आई एम जस्ट गोइंग थ्रू एवरीथिंग okay now you should understand SAP में कौन कौन रहते हैं you will have two kind of models here one is a technical models and one is functional models we belongs to functional models जैसा अपन financial accounting this is what we are going to learn in our classes financial accounting so what are the different areas we have in financial accounting जैसा general ledger accounting accounts receivable accounts payable asset accounting banking
Yes.
closing etc so accounts payable is nothing but you know right accounts payable is something where you purchase the materials where you purchase the services so all accounts payable transactions which are related to the suppliers are
Yes.
also called vendors right you are purchasing something from the vendors so vendors suppliers are both are same so again, accounts receivable. Once you manufacture the product, to who will be so who will be the end consumer, the customer ultimately, right? So we are
Yeah.
so I have company, I have produced one product, and now I want to sell to the customer. So we'll have accounts receivable. So customers belongs to the accounts receivable. Asset accounting, it's a assets fixed assets like cars like जैसा furniture fittings और क्या होता है जैसा plant and machinery you have
Yeah.
assets where you calculate the depreciation so the
Yes.
entire thing the depreciation part will come under asset accounting the asset accounting process also we'll see banking see so customer पैसा दे रहा है तो बैंक में चले जाना है at the same time we are purchasing materials or services from the vendors पैसा देना पड़ेगा so all these money transactions which is related to the banking part okay so in depth अपन पूरा देखना I mean I'll just go through all the areas in SAP system at the end of this course definitely you will feel comfortable you will learn how to operate SAP application from the financial accounting perspective
Okay.
not only this there are certain additional topics जैसा so when I say accounts payable right so you're purchasing materials when I say materials it is an inventory एक
Yes.
एक प्रोडक्ट तैयार करने के लिए मुझे मटेरियल भी चाहिए रॉ मटेरियल चाहिए सो मटेरियल्स कम्स अंडर इन्वेंटरी मैनेजमेंट इन एसएपी वी हैव वन मॉड्यूल कॉल्ड material management so SAP is very highly integrated system whenever any inventory is purchased system automatically it will update your accounting part also automatically so ये automatically कब होता है we need to assign the GL accounts in certain transactions at certain place so whenever inventory transactions will happen, the accounting part update automatically. That's the beauty of SAP again. So SAP is very beautiful software. It works very what do you say, even if you are posting some other transaction which are not related to accounting, I mean, not, I should not say like that, but when you are processing other transaction like sales and sales transactions or like purchase, I mean, like purchase transactions, so system automatically will update your inventory part as well. Of course, not only inventory, it will update your accounting part as well.
Okay.
Okay, so this is also one SD model called SD, sales and distribution, and material management. Okay, material management deals with all inventory transactions, sales and distribution will deals with all sales transactions. Extended warehouse management, आपको जब inventory purchase करते हैं, raw material जब purchase करते हैं, it has to get into one location, right? Some storage location रहना चाहिए, right?
Yes, yes.
So warehouse, so you are putting all the materials in warehouse management. So this is another SAP has brought some another new model called extended warehouse management. Okay, HR, all your HR related activities such as payroll, time management, training, and so on will take care under HR, right? CO. So आप सुने होंगे FICO, FICO, SAP FICO, right?
Yes.
So here CO, what is CO? CO is controlling. So
Okay.
controlling, again, controlling is something related to the cost accounting. Okay, cost accounting में बहुत कुछ tools are there जैसा PS project systems, PC product costing, material ledger, profitability analysis, activity based costing, cost center accounting, profit center accounting, cost event accounting. But for learning financial accounting, at least some you need some, at least at higher level you need some idea also. So while teaching these areas, I'll teach you about CO also certain areas. Okay, it's mandatory. It is a mandatory. I cannot post any transaction without defining certain areas from CO also. Okay. See, CO is basically reporting tool. Okay, so so you will get a different kind of reports. Based on the reports, you will take the management decisions. So how you will take the management decisions based on the reports? Reports कैसा डेटा प्रोसेस होता ही, जब तक डेटा नहीं आता है रिपोर्ट्स में तो देन हाउ यूल टेक द डिसीजंस. सो डेटा
Yeah.
कहाँ से आएगा? फाइनेंशियल अकाउंटिंग से आएगा, एमएम से आएगा, एचडी से आएगा. सो so we need to
Okay.
link between your financial accounting SD MM to CO.
CEO.
Understood, right?
Yes, yes.
That's the reason. So this is another SAP has brought another model from around 2016 or 17, I think. It's a financial contract accounts. कुछ accounts रहता है ना contract का, contractual accounts रहता है. And group reporting. GR is group reporting. This is another reporting tool. So what is group reporting is you have different legal entities. You want consolidation reporting. आपका कंपनी आपका खुद का कंपनी है, योर कंपनी इन इंडिया, योर कंपनी इज इन यूएस, योर कंपनी इन सिंगापुर. सो यू वांट रिपोर्टिंग एट द all together, right? It's group level. So that is
Mm-hmm.
group reporting. Or
Okay.
FSCM. What is FSCM? Financial Supply Chain Management. This is another SAP has brought a new. They have added some more modules. Okay, treasury, cash and budget management, risk management, collections management, dispute management. Many are there. Many SAP has बहुत कुछ लेके आया. 2015 वर्जन, ये जो SAP S4 HANA वर्जन जो एवरी ईयर आ रहा है ना, so नया नया मॉडल्स लेके आ रहा है SAP वाले. Joint venture accounting. So this is also another. Okay, so all this wherever I marked as yellow color, wherever is marked as yellow color, all these are like related to us only. I mean,
Yeah.
आपको,
We are going.
हाँ, so basically when you start working in real time, right? Suppose आप your FI consultant, all of a
Mm-hmm.
sudden आपको लेके जाके एक नया मॉडल में डाल देंगे. समझ लो ग्रुप रिपोर्टिंग में डाल देंगे, right? They also know that you don't know. You should say that I'm new to the GR, I don't know anything. So definitely if I get an opportunity, I will explore and I will learn GR also. That you should say.
Okay.
ओके, ये सब रियल टाइम में होता है कुछ कुछ एरियाज. सो सी, गेटिंग फैकल्टीज, गेटिंग ट्रेनर्स इन द मार्केट लिटिल डिफिकल्ट ऑन दीज एरियाज. बट यूजुअली
Okay.
आपको सीओ और एफआई का तो मिल जाएंगे ट्रेनर्स. ओके, बट अदर एरियाज एफएससीएम भी थोड़ा थोड़ा मिल रहा है अभी बाहर ट्रेनर्स.
Okay.
बट यूजुअली एक्सप्लोर करते हैं. So as a SAP consultant, SAP is a very vast ocean software it is. So you have to explore yourself. बहुत कुछ है, आई मीन गूगल में मिल जाएगा, ए टूल्स में मिल जाएगा इन्फॉर्मेशन. आजकल तो इन्फॉर्मेशन मिलना बहुत मुश्किल तो नहीं है. यू विल गेट लॉट ऑफ इन्फॉर्मेशन फ्रॉम द टूल्स. You have to
Chat.
explore. Yeah, GP, I mean AI tools. You can use those tools and try to explore and try to. मैं ऑपरेटिंग आपको सिखाने के बाद ना, you can explore other tools also. Definitely. Okay.
Yeah.
And this
So
is business. Sorry.
mostly, the company mostly working on the like FI and CO only. मतलब mostly I'm saying.
ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, बट
Okay.
सी दिस इज मैंडेटरी. एक बार सोच
Okay.
लो, बिना कस्टमर बिना सप्लायर का कुछ कंपनी रहता है? नहीं ना.
Mm-hmm.
बिना
Yeah.
बिना अकाउंट्स डिपार्टमेंट कुछ कंपनी रहता है? Do you think there will be no I mean, without accounts department there will be company, no, right?
No, no.
So
Yes.
अपन के लिए this is a central, that's the reason we call as a sole module of SAP. FI
Okay.
is a sole module है SAP में. It's a whole very एक word है, I'm not getting that word. It's a heart and soul module of SAP. क्योंकि
Okay.
you need, it's mandatory, you need your accounting part. So financial accounting is mandatory. So if you learn FI, definitely you'll placed in any company across the world, not only in India. अगर अगर आपका अच्छा टाइम चल रहा है तो definitely you'll go to onset also. You have many opportunities in Singapore, especially in US also, in Europe, European countries also. Okay, so you have more opportunities. कहाँ भी काम कर सकती है. Each and every company is using SAP application, so you'll have more opportunities, right? CO has, see, comparing to with FI, CO has very good salaries because which is related to cost accounting, chartered accountants, cost accountants comes to picture. And I'm not saying this is really tough, but you can also explore these areas once you learn financial accounting. Okay. Uh, so BPC, BP is business planning and consolidation. Similar to your consolidation perspective, all entities together. PAPM, profitability analysis, performance management. This is also another reporting tool. CFIN, this is CFIN. CFIN is central finance. आजकल बहुत कुछ चल रहा है. CFIN, central finance. Say for example, you have different systems. Okay, you're already using some SAP. Okay, so SAP चल रहा है, some using some other systems, X system, Y system, some other systems, Oracle system, some different systems. Your company is very big company. It's already working on the different applications, and also you're using SAP. Now, but your main system is SAP system. Now you want to move this data to this system, right? To understand the reporting perspective, you want the consolidation reporting. आपका अलग-अलग system है. So you are getting all this data to this one system and getting and analyzing the data here itself. So that is called central finance. So centrally financing. So basically you are making uh, one
Common
central
platform to aggregate.
central component, one component where you can get all the data into one system and you can analyze the data for the reporting
Yes.
purpose. Ultimately, the conclusion is reporting purpose, but you are getting all the data into one system. Okay, it has some technical architecture. This is also separate model CFIN and global trade services. Okay, this is trading related. VIM is vendor invoice management. There is one something called open item text management, which is comes under vendor invoice management, another area. So these are the different areas. So accounting सीखने के बाद ना बहुत कुछ है मार्केट में सीखने के लिए अपन को. लेकिन एक सीखने के लिए एक जिंदगी चले जाएगा. एक जिंदगी भी काफी नहीं होगा. ओके.
Like,
हाँ, एक लाइफ अभी अभी so it will take years and years to learn. So every day it's a learning part for us. Okay, ऐसा सिचुएशन कभी भी नहीं आएगा कि I know everything बोल के. So every day you will learn in SAP. I'm not talking about other technologies. I'm talking about our technology, my technology, SAP. So I'll be learning daily everything new and new and new. Okay, new functionalities I'll be. I have to learn. I have to learn. So
yes.
कभी भी मुझे ऐसा नहीं लगेगा I know everything. No,
Okay.
so
There's
ऐसा
so much
हाँ
additional modules in the SAP.
हाँ
मतलब उसके अंदर 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 है. I have seen
बहुत
yesterday.
बहुत कुछ है. ओके. मैं बोल रहा हूँ, I mean it will take lot of time to learn all the models, all the areas. It's not easy. Coming back to the SAP S4 HANA, some few advantages. Is a why we should go for SAP S4 HANA. Why not Microsoft Oracle? Why not Oracle system? Why not JD Edwards? Why not Magnistics? Why not to Tally? So every application has its own limitations. So, but SAP has more advantages comparing with other sort applications, ERP applications. So, highly integrated system जैसा मैं पहले भी बताया था, if you are processing some other data processing जैसा inventory count दो, purchases count दो, sales count दो. So, if you are processing other transactions also, system automatically it's updating your accounting part also. Okay, so it is called integrated. So automatic, we have to do some integration between FIMM, FISD. Okay, that is called integration part. So accounting will update automatically when you process some inventory related transactions or services or like sales related or purchases related. So, okay, coming back to the multiple languages. Of course, SAP India में तो we use English and most of the countries will use English language, but there are certain countries जैसे Japanese वाले Japanese में use करते, Chinese वाले Chinese में use करते. So SAP also developed in such a way that it is like developed with the multiple languages. Okay, so they can process the data, sales ka data, purchase data, inventory data, everything can be processed in their own language. Okay, but recently I had seen Hindi language also. I am not very sure, but I had seen some Hindi descriptions in the system recently. Okay,
Okay.
and so we have multiple languages, multiple currencies. So earlier, older version में ECC system में we can use only multiple two currencies. Okay, total three currencies. One currency for the legal entity currency, company code currency, we call it as, and other two currencies parallel currency. You can report in other two currencies. But in SAP S4 HANA system, it has brought we can create maximum of 10 currencies. अगर समझ लो आपका कंपनी आपका साक्षी बोल के एक बड़ा सा कंपनी ओपन किया आपने, राइट? सो दैट कंपनी यू हैव इन अक्रॉस ऑल द वर्ल्ड. नो अक्रॉस वर्ल्ड में कौन सा करेंसीज यूज करते हैं रिपोर्टिंग के लिए? यूएसडी यूज करती है, यूरो यूज करती है, राइट? अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस टू करेंसीज यूल यूज इंडियन करेंसी एएनआर. आपको इंटरेस्ट है, यू वांट टू नो इन जापानीज करेंसी आल्सो, यू आर इंटरेस्टेड टू नो इन सिंगापुर करेंसी आल्सो, द रिपोर्टिंग पार्ट यू वांट टू नो इन डिफरेंट करेंसी, यूके का पाउंड करेंसी में. सो you can define your currencies, different currencies for the reporting perspective. Okay.
Okay.
हाँ, बट डिफाइन करने के लिए क्या चाहिए? एक्सचेंज रेट्स डेफिनेशन तो करना पड़ेगा. यूएसडी टू आईएनआर कितना आज का मार्केट में कितना है? 86 रुपीस और 85 रुपीस. यू हैव टू डिफाइन दोस, राइट? देन ओनली सिस्टम विल अंडरस्टैंड.
Okay.
ओके.
Okay, so now suppose in 2015 or before 15 there is only three currencies, and so that time no Indian company is using this app, right? So
नो नो,
because there
है व्हाई नॉट? क्यों?
is there, so
वी आर यूजिंग, व्हाई नॉट? व्हाई?
so there is no currency of INR, only three currencies was there.
No, 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 no,
um
no, no, no. I
USD
mean,
will
see,
be there.
no, no, no. I think you misunderstood. So when I mentioned like ECC total, we can create up to three currencies. That's what I want to say. Total, we can define up to
Three.
three currencies. ओके. सो फॉर एग्जांपल एट दैट टाइम इफ योर कंपनी इज इम्प्लीमेंटेड, सो आप क्या करती थी? सो लोकल कंपनी है, आईएनआर तो मैं डिफाइन करती थी, एंड यू आर लाइक डूइंग बिजनेस इन यूएस आल्सो, यू विल रिपोर्ट इन यूएसडी आल्सो, and you are doing some business in European countries, euro also you want the reporting euro also. So you have three currencies. So your this is called main currency, company code currency, main currency this is, and these are two are called parallel currencies. So total three currencies can be defined in ECC system. But as for HANA system, we can create up to total 10 currencies. You can report in multiple 10 currencies. That's what I want to say.
Okay, so like three currencies, that means ki Indian, USD and Euro was only there. So Japanese and Chinese
नहीं
was
कर
not
सकता,
used.
not कर सकता क्योंकि we have only two options over there, two parallel currencies.
No, they can use SAP also because 10 currencies has introduced in SAP.
Can you repeat it again?
So after introducing 10 currencies, now
हाँ
Japanese, China and other countries
हाँ
also use.
हाँ, यस यस, 10 करेंसी तक यूज कर सकती है.
Okay. So previously only three
यस.
most USD and Euro Indian companies are using the SAP. We can understand that.
Not only USD, if you want in some other currencies also you use it, but you can use only the total three currencies, JPY
Oh,
and Singapore. See, I'm just
okay.
giving example, but overall you can use only three currencies at that time I'm saying in ECC system. But it is for HANA, you can create any 10 currencies.
Okay, now I got it. मतलब currencies,
एग्जाम्पल
all
बता रहा हूँ मैं.
currencies was there, but if I want to manipulate if I want to see my data, we can see only three
Yes,
currencies.
yes.
Okay.
Don't say
Oh,
manipulation, but say that
this is
I
not
want to see in I want the reports in specific currency.
yeah, specific. Sorry.
ओके. सो मैं जब जब यूएसडी एंड सिंगापुर, जब मैंने यूएसडी एंड अदर करेंसी दिया, आप सोच रही कि वो यूएसडी ओनली कर सकता हूँ, राइट? नो, नॉट लाइक
हाँ,
दैट.
नहीं, I thought कि only three currencies were
हाँ,
supposed to be in
maximum we can define three currencies in EC system. Maximum 10 currencies can be defined in SAP. Any currency, it could be any currency, not only INR, not only HD, but 10 currencies. Is it
Okay,
clear?
okay. Hmm.
So अगर ज्यादा
Now we
पढ़ती है ना, कंफ्यूज हो जाती फिर.
yeah, got it.
So that is
Now
related to
we can
currencies.
see now we can see our data in 10 10 currency
Hmm.
at a time.
यस यस, इफ यू वांट टू डिफाइन यू कैन डिफाइन। अगर कुछ आपको कुछ ज्यादा से ज्यादा डाउट है ना, सो गो टू एनी टूल जैसा जिमिनी, जिमिनाई, ओके,
Mm.
एंड जस्ट how many currencies can be defined in
Sa-
SAP ECC and SAP HANA? This is your question. Now मेरे से ज्यादा इंफॉर्मेशन कौन देता है? ए टूल देता है कि मैं देता हूँ?
yes, of course, AI too.
Okay, so if you look at here ECC, so these are the
Yeah.
different currency types these are, but we can create, as I mentioned, how many currencies?
Three parallel.
Yes, that's correct, right? What I told. Now
Yes.
come back to the S4 HANA को आ जाएंगे नीचे. These are the different currency types. Coming back to down, and if you look at here, we can create how many currencies we can create?
Again.
Okay, you got the answer now.
Yes, yes.
So कुछ भी डाउट है ना, एक विंडो में
Mm.
ओपन कर लो, पढ़ लो। अभी मेरे से ज्यादा आपको नॉलेज आ जाएगा। डेटा एग्रीगेशन, सो इनिशियली ईसीसी में क्या होता था, सो इफ सपोज कुछ डेटा अगर प्रोसेस होता है ना, समझ लो कुछ परचेसेस का कुछ प्रोसेस हो रहा है, सो इट इज यूजुअली इट इज गेटिंग अपडेटेड मल्टीपल टेबल्स वेयर द डेटा इज स्टोर्ड। ओके, द डेटा स्टोरेज इज लाइक इन मल्टीपल टेबल्स, मल्टीपल रिडंडेंसी होता था, आई मीन डुप्लीकेट होता था, इसलिए आपका डेटा एक्सट्रैक्ट करने में थोड़ा मुश्किल होता था, टाइम टेकिंग प्रोसेस होता था। एक रिपोर्ट को एग्जीक्यूट करने के 10 मिनट होता था, 5 मिनट होता था। नाउ इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट, दे हैव डिलीटेड मेनी duplicate tables. Now it is only unique tables, and the data is very fast, very secured, I mean within minutes, जैसे हम पहले बोला था मैंने। So data
Mm.
aggregation, you can get reports, okay, summarized report, detailed reports, okay. Now so see, SAP application, अभी SAP वाले ने एक नया लेके आया, SAP Fury applications, okay.
Yeah.
SAP Fury applications where you can process that, जैसे end users process करते डेटा को, सेल्स वाला सेल्स सेल्स SD वाले सेल्स डेटा प्रोसेस करते, accounting team वाले accounting team data process करते। okay, this is an application where the data is processed, so they can process by using mobiles, by using tablet, by using laptops also. So and this is something web based, जैसे अपन एक्सेल शीट में अपन वेब बेस्ड से काम कर रहे हैं, so similarly they can process the SAP application web based. So there are many, some lakhs of SAP applications. I mean, Fury apps applications. Fury applications has been developed. SAP Fury app library. So SAP वाले ने एक library लेके आए. So in this library you can see some thousands of applications. अभी so applications. So if for example आपको एक you know right what is vendor invoice?
Yes.
So vendor invoice करता हूँ मैं. Vendor invoice. So if you look at here, so vendor invoice, see here. Uh,
Display vendor,
so
purchasing vendor.
supplier invoices है यहाँ, you can see. So actually this is not the right description. We call it as manage supplier invoices. Okay, supplier invoices. See here, manage supplier invoices, or I'll
24.
or there is a transaction called AB60, simple trans shortcut key है, देखो manage supplier invoices, display supplier. So all these are called Fury apps. Can at this point of view you may not understand, but we'll start when we start working, but we'll be not using these applications. Okay, this is very dead slow. I don't think this will work in our systems, but we'll use GUI system. This is web based, but we'll be using application. So
Okay.
how application will be there? So it will look like this RDC. So I'm just connecting to the remote desktop as application के लिए मैं connect कर रहा हूँ. So this is SAP application. So मैं जब पहले बताया that is web based वाला है Fury app library. This is called SAP GUI pad, graphic user interface. इट्स एन एप्लीकेशन, जैसा व्हाट्सएप में आपका ऐप है ना, ये भी एक ऐप
Mm.
है आपको जहाँ से
Mm.
डेटा प्रोसेस करते हैं एंड यूजर्स वाले, एंड वी यूज दिस एप्लीकेशन ओनली वेयर द कंसल्टेंट्स आल्सो वर्क ऑन दिस एप्लीकेशन इटसेल्फ. सो बेसिकली यू हैव टू स्क्रीन्स हियर, आई ऑलरेडी मेंशनड इन आवर एक्सेल शीट. यू हैव टू स्क्रीन्स. सो टू स्क्रीन्स क्या होता है, एक स्क्रीन एंड यूजर के लिए रहेगा, एक स्क्रीन अपन के लिए रहेगा, कंसल्टेंट्स के लिए. सो
So there is a shortcut key
ओ माय
for
गॉड,
functional also.
शॉर्टकट, हाँ मैं दिखाता हूँ आपको. So this screen, easy access screen, is for end users, where end users will process accounting data, human resources data, logistics data. So you have different kinds of data that will be processed by the end users. जैसे accountants काम करते हैं, दूसरा end users काम करते हैं, जैसा inventory related वाले, sales related वाले. Okay. Now अपन का कहाँ, अभी अपन का picture कहाँ से आएगा? So we'll come into SPRO. So SPRO is our area. So end
Yes.
users will not have access to this particular screen. Okay. So it's very SAP is very restricted system. So it is very authorized. I mean, you should get access from the basis team to access the transactions. So we will be learning financial accounting. So here you can see different kind of models: financial accounting, and if you look at here, metal management, logistics, sales and distribution, and so on. So this is something where SAP consultants comes into picture. They design the system as per the business requirement. They customize the system for the clients, for the business. Okay. So this is something that you're going to learn. Okay, coming back to the uh,
SAP.
या ये आपका
Pero.
आपका फैन चल रहा है क्या? बहुत जनरेटर जैसा आवाज आ रहा है मुझे. Okay, it's okay, fine. You can unmute. I mean, if you want to discuss. So you have two roles now: end user role or SAP consultant role. End user is something related to non-IT, where the companies are using. No, Verizon. We had given one example, right? Verizon is using SAP application. In SAP, while using SAP application, end users like accountants, sales users, they will process the transactions. They will be. It is comes under non-IT role, right? But if you are working, if you are designing the system, if you are customizing the client requirement, that is called related to the IT, comes under SAP consulting. We are into consulting team. SAP consulting. So in the market बहुत सारा consulting companies है, जैसा टेक महिंद्रा है, विप्रो है, इन्फोसिस है, डिलॉयट है, EY है, PwC है. There are many SAP consulting companies in the market. Okay, so that's the difference. Now you have to decide yourself which one you want to go for. Okay.
Yes.
So this is where you have to take the decision. But of course, our decision should be always at a higher level, SAP
Yes.
consultant level. Now coming back to the understanding of landscape. So what is landscape? सो जैसे मैं अभी बताया था, एक समझ लो, एक प्रोडक्ट आपको एक प्रोडक्ट मैन्युफैक्चरिंग करना है, तो व्हाट यू विल डू, you will get the raw materials, you purchase from the different suppliers, and it will go to the plant, and the plant में क्या होता है, आपका मटेरियल थोड़ा स्टार्ट होता है, प्रोसेस स्टार्ट होता है प्रोडक्ट मैन्युफैक्चरिंग करने में, राइट? सो यू विल हैव द लेबर्स एंड एवरीथिंग. दैट इज कॉल्ड डेवलपमेंट स्टेज, वेयर द प्रोडक्ट इज गेटिंग मैन्युफैक्चर्ड. दैट इज कॉल्ड डेवलपमेंट फेज. और प्रोडक्ट रेडी होने के बाद क्या करते हैं यूजुअली? टेस्टिंग करते हैं अपन, राइट? सो टेस्टिंग करने के बाद क्या करते हैं? कस्टमर को सेल आउट करते हैं. सिमिलरली एनी टेक्नोलॉजी, यू विल हैव सर्टेन लैंडस्केप. You will do the coding here, you will do the settings here, then you will test it here, then production को move कर देते हैं. So users will be working here lifetime. So this is your main system where users will be working in the real time. Now, what is a development server? So as a FI consultant, from the SAP perspective, as a functional consultant, I'll do the settings here. जैसा मैं बताया था, GST 12%, 10%, 15%, मुझे मैं यहाँ कॉन्फ़िगर करता हूँ. वो कॉन्फ़िगरेशन करने के बाद यहाँ ये, so you have different systems, 100, 200, 300, different systems under development self itself. So 100 में क्या करता हूँ? सेटिंग्स करता हूँ. 200 में टेस्ट करता हूँ. टेस्ट करने के बाद ये 1 and 2 यहाँ होने के बाद टेस्ट करने के बाद if everything is fine, then I mean, basically there's a separate team called basis team will move changes from here to here. They will move the changes.
Okay.
So again यहाँ भी अपन टेस्ट करते हैं, then we'll ask user to test. That is called user acceptance test. If everything is if they're happy with the expected result, then we'll ask base system to move changes to the production system once we get the sign off copy from the business team.
What is sign off? Actually, I have
Sign
seen
off,
two,
sign
three
off.
times sign
यूजर
off is.
एक्सेप्ट, समझ लो, you have your own company, you're going to implement SAP, right? Your own company SAP implement करना चाहती है, you're using Tally, now you want to shift to SAP. Now SAP
Mm-hmm.
आपका बिजनेस प्रोसेस पूरा SAP में होता है, राइट?
Mm-hmm.
लेकिन सो हाउ इट आई मीन, आपका जो रिक्वायरमेंट है, मुझे टेस्ट करके आपको बताना पड़ेगा ना.
Mm-hmm.
आपको ऐसा यूज करना है, ऐसा टेस्ट करना है, पूरा बताना तो पड़ेगा, राइट? योर फ्यूचर बिजनेस प्रोसेस विल बी इन SAP only, right? You're closing your Tally system.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So without testing, you'll ask me, you'll tell me to move to production directly, no, right? You will test it, right?
Yes.
So मुझे क्या प्रूफ है? कुछ तो कुछ साइन ऑफ तो देना पड़ेगा ना मुझे. आपने टेस्ट किया है, एक्सपेक्टेड इज मीट हो रहा है, क्लाइंट रिक्वायरमेंट मीट हो रहा है बोल के. User acceptance test. It is a sign off copy again from the business that we
business.
have configured accordingly as per the business requirement. So they have tested thoroughly from their side also, business side also.
Okay.
Understood? समझ में
Mm-hmm.
आया?
Yes, yes.
साइन ऑफ तो चाहिए ना. Without sign off, how will move to changes production? So sign off तो चाहिए हम. So this is landscape. Okay. कुछ डेवलपमेंट में और एक सिस्टम रहता है, यूजुअली दिस इज समथिंग रफ नोट्स, अपन का बुक भी रहता है ना एक रफ नोट्स बोल के.
Yes.
हाँ, so that is it's a rough system where we can test internally. So if everything is if you are like good with the configuration settings, then we'll do once again in main golden client.
Okay.
So this is called the main client where you do the settings called golden client. This is test system. This is sandbox system. Okay. Approvals. कुछ कुछ projects में क्या होता है? So you will need to get approvals from moving changes from development to quality. ओके. आफ्टर वेरीफाइंग द रिजल्ट्स आपका आपका लीड होगा, आपका लीड बोलेगा कि मुझे एक बार दिखाओ, देन विल मूव टू द क्वालिटी. जैसा कुछ अप्रूवल प्रोसेस भी हो सकता है. एंड जॉब्स, ये चेंजेस मूव करने का हर एक मिनट में, हर 5 मिनट में, हर 10 मिनट में हो सकता है. इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन द जॉब्स. जैसा अलार्म जैसा, यू विल गेट सम अलार्म राइट इफ यू आर शेड्यूलिंग एट पर्टिकुलर टाइम. सिमिलरली एवरी 10 मिनट और एवरी 5 मिनट्स को टीआरस मूव होता रहता है. ट्रांसपोर्ट रिक्वेस्ट बोलते हैं इसको, ट्रांसपोर्ट रिक्वेस्ट मूविंग फ्रॉम वन सिस्टम टू अनदर सिस्टम. द सेटिंग्स. Our solution manager is another tool which is called project management tool, where we can track all the activities which are related to project management. Okay, आपका project में क्या हो रहा है, क्या कर रही है, कौन सा activity कर रही है, और system perspective में क्या कर रहे हैं अपन, and TR related का everything and documentation part, everything will be updated under this, will be tracked under this solution manager tool. So not it's mandatory, but some clients will use solution manager, some clients will use some other tools. जैसा सुने होगे आप, right? Jira tool, and some will use some other applications. Silver. So this is all about your system landscape. So if you are working in real time, suddenly आपने SAP project में join हो गया, then you should ask your question, what is our system landscape for this project बोल के.
Okay.
एक सिस्टम से एक सिस्टम को कैसा मूव करते हैं, व्हाट इज द प्रोसेस दैट यू शुड आस्क. और सेटिंग्स कहाँ करते हैं, टेस्टिंग कहाँ करते हैं, और क्वालिटी का सिस्टम क्या है, सिस्टम नेम क्या है, प्रोडक्शन सिस्टम नेम क्या है. So you should ask all these questions. So as a consultant we'll be using this system. प्रोडक्शन कौन यूज करते प्रोडक्शन में, एंड यूजर्स यूज करते हैं.
Okay.
Okay, we are the consultants, we are the designers. Okay.
Develop. So,
हाँ, कुछ कुछ चेंजेस अपन को करना पड़ता है, स्मॉल माइनर चेंजेस वी नीड टू बी डन इन प्रोडक्शन सिस्टम आल्सो, बट बाय टेकिंग सम emergency access which is called firefighter ID access. Okay.
okay.
So what we discussed, madam, today, we understood what is ERP application, and also understood the main definition of SAP. Okay. And what little behind the history of SAP, and what the different versions and the different layers of SAP initially when implemented SAP. Okay. And the definition of SAP S4 HANA, and what are the different types of projects, and also understanding between two modules like technical and functional modules. And also I forgotten this one. So technical modules, these are the functional modules, these are the technical modules. So as I mentioned, base system will take care of all your installation. Okay. Installation, server, they'll transport from one system to another system, and जैसा अब इस एक वर्जन से एक वर्जन का अपग्रेड करने के लिए एंड एक्सेस देने में सब एवरीथिंग विल बी टेकन केयर बाय बेसिस. ऑफ कोर्स वी हैव अनदर टीम कॉल्ड सिक्योरिटी टीम, दे विल गिव द एक्सेस टू द यूजर्स, एंड ऑफ कोर्स फॉर अस आल्सो. ओके. कुछ कुछ कंपनीज में बोथ एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन एंड सिक्योरिटी टीम, इट विल बी डन बाय ओनली वन टीम, एंड some major companies में you have separate teams for the administration and from the access perspective. Integration team is something, it's a little technical. So moving data from one system to another system, this is done by integration team. You have different applications, some of you have Tally also, you're using SAP, you'll also using Tally.
Okay.
Now you will say that I want some data in SAP also from Tally, so you have to move data, right, Tally to SAP. So
Yes.
that some technical architecture will be developed, that is done by integration team, some middleware system called. So we have understood little advantages, and in this little advantages I missed to tell you about in memory technology. So in memory क्या होता है, so usually in memory में data store नहीं होता, लेकिन SAP में ना data store होता है. Okay. So what happens if the data is stored in the RAM, so the data will be very faster, process
Hmm.
data process very fast से होता है. Okay, that is where no other technology is using in memory technology. Okay, only HANA system is using this technology. And as I mentioned, we have two kind of roles. It's yours decision where you want to work. So I always advise to go for higher level, which is SAP consulting position. So all cost accountants, chartered accountants, financial accountants, all will be coming under SAP consultant. Of course, end users also there. I'm not denying that, but you will have very good. You will enjoy the application. System landscape, we are the different servers, development server, quality server, production server. So development server, we do the settings here, they test it thoroughly, and then we'll move changes to the quality. The changes will be moved by basis team. And once it is thoroughly tested here, both by us and by client, then we'll move changes to the production system, where the go live, the business process will takes place here. थोड़ा एक मिनट what I'll do just to stop the recording this session.